where there are stinging nettles, there's also dock leaves. And they often have these long, green, now turning into brown, seed stems that look like that. Dock leaves look like that. You might be familiar with them for easing the sting of stinging nettles. I have read that the seeds of dock leaves can be dried and ground and used for bread. So this video is going to be an experiment. So here are all the seeds I managed to collect. I've had them on a tray overnight just to dry out a bit, and then I'm going to fry them just to crisp them up and then whiz them into a flour. Okay, this is an experiment. I've not done this before, like most of my foraging videos, but we'll see what happens. There we are. You can hear it's dried out. So I'm going to pop that into my blender. Ooh. Loud. There we go. That whizzed up quite nicely. You can use like a pestle and mortar, coffee grinder, hammer and bag. I'm just going to sieve this to get the top bits out and then see how much I've managed to get. Well, there are some that are not whizzing down. I'm going to purchase like an electric grinder for this kind of thing. I have got that much. I'm just about to measure it. If it's enough, then I'll leave the sieve ones to one side for now. Well, there's 1 cup's worth there. Even with the bits in the sieve, I wouldn't make 2 cups worth. And that's what I really needed for the full recipe. So I'm going to halve all the ingredients and do half the recipe. So 2 eggs to go in there and 1 tablespoon of sugar. This recipe, if you're following Slimming World, on half the amount that I'm doing here, would be around 25 sims for the loaf. Unless we can count this as a healthy extra A, partly. I'm not going to mess around with all that, so I'll just mix this. So, half a teaspoon of baking soda, and then half a teaspoon of vanilla, which I'll just need half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and I'm going to grate some nutmeg in as well, and that is the mixture. So we'll get that all mixed up and find something to pop it in the oven. You can imagine if I had the right amount of seeds that this would have filled this little silicone mould, but as experiments go, I'm okay with that. It's going to go in the oven, gas mark 5, for roughly 50 minutes or until spongy. There we go. That actually had about 20 minutes, 25 minutes because it was half the ingredients. You can hear that. So it's no longer sloppy and the knife has come out clean. I'm going to get this onto a plate and then we'll see what it tastes like. So it hasn't risen. There's no yeast in it, so it's like that. Had I had the right amount, it would have been double that size, but I don't mind that. People also make crackers and cakes, as well as the breads. And who knew that, you know, there was an abundance of flour supply just in the hedgerows around us. I'm going to let this cool down. And whilst I'm letting this cool down, I'll put on the screen the health benefits of dock seeds. And then we'll come back for the taste test. Okay, the cake has cooled down fully. I'm going to cut it in half and see what it looks like. Well, it looks good. Good consistency. It's held together, considering it was so sloppy. Yeah. Okay. First impressions are it's kind of bitty. And I think that's because I didn't whiz it all down as well as I could have. Once I get this seed whizzer, then that'll be much smoother. But actually, consistency's fine, flavour's fine. I'm going to do more experiments with dock seeds. If you give it a go, let me know what you think. Many thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you on the next one.